All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with whoever you know. Today, our topic is about Shia, and we always talk. Usually, we talk about Sunni because they present the majority of Muslim population. Uh, but Sunni is many sect too, same as Shia. Shia is not one sect, but all roads lead to Rome. Shia are people who really worship the family of Muhammad, specifically the family of Ali, starting from Ali and his children. The Shia, they have many beliefs. In Arabic, we call them batin wa zahir, which mean outside belief and inside belief. Shia, they practice taqiyya as daily bread and breakfast, which mean when a Shia he says something to you about his religion, does not mean he mean it. As an example, there is a person, all of you know, his name is Imam Tawhidi. Imam Tawhidi is a great example of Shiaism. Professional liars, and he is willing to say anything to make you happy. Anything. Just use your imagination. He is willing to say to you that the caliphate were criminals. He will say to you, there is Muslims who commit a crime, blah, 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 but he will not dare to say the truth, which is what Shia believe, that they already believe in violence too. So, they have a very sneaky way, the Shia, in order to deceive you and make you believe in something how far away from what they believe. So they have two belief. They have outside belief and they have an inside belief. Outside is what you will hear from them. What I stand for is stabilizing or establishing, sorry, a global peace. That is the big fat lie. Ali, the one who he follow, he was the biggest criminal ever in history. Actually, Ali, he killed more people than Muhammad himself. So the guy who want to establish peace, he follow Ali. You see how they lie? Condemning terrorism. Ali, he burned people alive. Ali, he burned people alive. Gender equality. The Shia believe in renting women, the same as the Muslim Sunni. The Shia believe that a man, he can beat a woman. Tolerance and love. Absolutely. To the point Shia and Muslims, they kill each other until today. The whole war we see in Syria and Iraq is about Shia and Sunni. The whole war we see in Yemen is about Shia and Sunni. The whole war it's happening in Pakistan and it's about Shia and Sunni. Everything and Afghanistan it's Shia and Sunni, but they believe in tolerance and love. And if we ask this guy where he got this from, this is why he will never dare to even get close to me. We offer him to debate me, but he wanna join David Wood. You know, I'm not lucky. David Wood, everybody wanna join him, but nobody wanna join me. So today we have a sister who she is an ex-Muslim. She asked me if she can call, and I will let her present herself. She is from Iran, and she will call soon, and we will hear some of her story, and then we will continue our conversation. So please invite your friends. And if you are a Muslim, feel free to post a comment. Remember, our teaching is not about against Muslim; it's against Islam and against scholars and liars, or they claim to be leaders or imam, etc., but they lie to us. We are here to fight lies, as simple as it is. Uh, we will call our sister here and see if she is on ready. If you look with me in the screen, enhancing education. Shia society is the most behind cave time society, and then Shia they speak about education. All right, I think our sister, her name here, Shahbaz, Shahbaz. I don't know. So we will call her. Let's see, Shahnaz. Sorry, Shahinaz. I think. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Uh,
Is my voice okay?
I think your voice is fine for me, and I hope it's fine. It's fine for everybody. Uh, we were talking about the Shia as we, like you asked me because you are coming from a Shia background yourself. So before we start
Sure.
talking, maybe you can, present yourself, who you are, what you used to be, etc. And you can give like only give information which you feel comfortable to give, please.
Thank you. Uh, so first of all, I think I hear myself double.
I lost
Can
you.
you hear me double too, or?
I lost you. Okay, go ahead. Say again.
Okay, so I have a really good connection. So, but I just want to know if you hear me double or not,
No, I hear you
because
fine. I
I
hear
hear.
you fine.
Okay, sorry. So first of all, I want to thank you, Christian Prince, for doing this because obviously I have no a, public channel or anything. I didn't inspire to have one, but you take a lot of time and you're very humble. So I want to thank you for not caring about fame or anything, and just as someone asks you something really in a random place, like can you speak about certain issues that's really important, you just said yes right away. I think that's awesome. And yeah, I'm really I feel honored to speak with a person with such a heart. Um, about me, I was a born Muslim child. I mean, like I never chose to be one or be born in a family or in a society that would dictate Islam as the norm, not as a choice. So I went to a Islamic school in the Middle East, and from in Iran. This is where I was born, and from a very young age, I remember creeds like "Marg bar Israel" and "Marg bar America," which is held to or debt to America and debt to Israel,
Mhm.
and certain stuff. But as an age, a very early age, my mom shunned Islam because it was just in before that was some kind of a cultural Islam that Iranians didn't know. They thought it was such a good thing, and you would kiss the Quran and you would put it aside and everything, but you would try to be your inherently, created person that God created to be good, in a, in a fashion or sort. They try to be good people, but in the 40 years ago, Islam came to Iran as some kind of a modern. It was modernized by Khomeini, and it was a very different concept. But so Shia Islam for me as a person, and for my background, my mom, kind of was in a very caliphate kind of, in the name of republic, but caliphate kind of way, came into Iran, and we flee Iran. So my background is just 8 years in a country that was Islamic. After that, my mom went totally. She said, if this is God, because in Iran you say Khoda Hafiz, which means may God be your protector. When you say bye, that's our bye.
Mhm.
And I remember that I was 16 or something. I said that to my mom, but we were already in Europe living here. And she said, may a dog be my protector, but not God. So that was how angry she was at Allah, because she read the Quran and she was like, and the Hadith as much as she could, and was very rare in that time to see what this whole thing was. Why was everything changing? The universities, she wanted to go study law, but that was just closed up for 2 years. Everything was closed off, and she would hear the most strange things ever. And so she left Islam, and we flee Islam. I mean, my mom and brother and my dad, to the West. So after that, I like started like going, yeah, as any other kid going to school, but particularly I went to a Christian school, which was really awesome for me. But then again, after an age of 18, I traveled back to Iran, and I was really interested in the Middle East and the culture, the classical culture, because I was all intertwined with Islam. So I started this whole path on Sufism and Molavi and Shams and all these people, which was all from the East, Far East, influences from the Far East, but it sounded like better than Islam. It sounded some kind of a self-actualization through, spiritual practice of some sort. But then again, Islam, after studied like the last few 7 years, I've been listening to people like loads of people like David Wood and other people, and I've come to understand real Islam through people in the West, which is awesome. And then I came across you, and I was like, the things that you say and the things that you know about Islam is so deep. It's so deeply. I mean, like, it's not that Islam is deep, but you go deep into the to the adultery, to everything that is really. If people would know this, Iranian people would know this. Actually, what you're saying, it will just like kill a lot of it for them. In their minds, at least in even 1 hour. So I'm really excited because I think a lot of people could listen to this after the translation and actually come to see who was Khadija. So I just want to go with your title because I saw that you changed the title to Shia Islam. So you are, free to start whatever you want to start with. And I have a lot of questions about Shia too, so we can do that in that format if you like to.
No,
So
I
this was
promise
my
you. I promise you. Don't tell me. Actually, you wanted to tell me the topic. I said don't tell me. Right? Just give me the question. So
yes.
I keep my promise.
Yeah.
What is your question? Go ahead. No problem.
Yes. Okay. So, in Iran, we have this very weird concept about Khadija. We think we have been, taught this for years now, decades, that she was a very, we say moment. She was a very good woman. She was very articulate, but also very learned, and she was very rich, as she was his Muhammad's first wife. And I'd like you to start about her character in the most detailed way, fashion that you can, because I think that's that's a huge lie, one of the lies.
You see, first of all, always Shia and Sunni, both of them, they share the same thing, that we have to praise anything touched or live with Muhammad, even if it's a cat. So anything around Muhammad, belong to Muhammad, owned by Muhammad, have to be praised. Except the Shia, they always insult Aisha, and the reason for that, Aisha, she took an army after Muhammad's death to kill Ali, and that make her rejected by the Shia, and they curse her in every prayer. So Khadija, the same as the rest of other women, she was supposedly something special for Muhammad, because all the women of Muhammad are special. But here, the Shia, because when they focus in insulting Aisha, they try to focus in to make themselves look better. Look, you see, we insult Aisha, we attack Aisha, but look, we respect very much Khadija. So the point of respecting Khadija so much is not really because they care for Khadija as much as to cover up their insult to the wife of Muhammad, which is his favorite child wife.
So Goli, right?
Sorry?
We in Iran we say so Goli, which is the favorite wife, the favorite.
Yeah, the favorite, because
wife.
she's a child. Muhammad, he liked to have sex with his children. So she is his favorite. This is why Muhammad, he said he favor Aisha the same as he favor a dish than other dish, which means this is his favorite dish. So Muhammad, he consider all women are dishes, and Aisha is the favorite dish. Yeah. So when the Muslims, they say, and the Shia, they say that Khadija is a very special woman. Well, all the women of Muhammad are special, because Khadija, the important about her, she is very rich, even though she is old. But Muhammad, he used her money and her, let us say, position in the society, so he can be called like a master. So a person who was no one, poor, have no home. Muhammad don't have a house even. He was a son, he's an orphan. Actually, most likely nobody knows really who is the real father of Muhammad, and there's many evidence about that. And I believe strongly, this is my own belief, the real father of Muhammad is Waraq ibn Nawfal. And this is why you
Wow.
see the story of Khadija always attached to Waraq ibn Nawfal, who is a cousin to Khadija. And this is why I believe Khadija was
Can you spell that?
Waraq ibn Nawfal. Waraqa
Waraqa.
was a Nasara, not a Christian. You see the Quran, if we go in the Quran, we will find that not a single place the Quran says the word Christians. The Quran call us Nasara. And we as Arab Christians, we never use the word Nasara. We do not know even where this word coming from. Let us say, generally speaking, unless you are a very educated person to know. So if you go in the Quran, you will find only the word Nasara. Okay, but who are the Nasara? The Muslim, when they translate the Quran, you will say they will see they translate it as a Christian. In fact, they are not Christians and they have nothing to do with the Christians. And even Muhammad, he called the
Right, we're
Jews.
sectarian, right?
Nasara is a Christian cult, which is the same as Jehovah's Witnesses today. They are not Christians. And
Yeah, they're sectarian. Yeah.
yeah, in the same way, you know, for Muhammad, he don't even know how to call the Jews, so he called them Yahud. But Yahud are
Yeah.
not really the name of the Jews. How you can call them Yahud? Because even the word actually in English Jews is not really accurate, because Yahud is, you are talking about a specific group of the Jews, not the Jews.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Muhammad, he do not know how to call the Christians. He misquote the name of the Christians, misquote the name of the Jews. He called the Christian Nasara, he called the Jews Yahud, and both are wrong. Now the Muslim, they say, including the Shia, that
What
Khadija,
is
she
the right?
was
What would be right? The right phrase for Jews, according to you?
but the Israeli, because simply they are the
Oh,
children of Israel,
exactly.
you know. Yeah, like
Jacob's name. You know, that's how the
yeah,
tribes tell.
actually
Yeah.
even the Quran kept them, called them that name many times. But Muhammad, when he want, he called them Yahud. When he
Yeah.
want, he called them the children of Israel.
And
So
what does that mean? Food.
Yahud is coming from the Yahuda, you know, the like there is a
One
maybe we
who
can make a
betrayed
sanctions.
Jesus.
No, like there's a tribe. The Jews, they have a tribes. So every tribe have a name or have, let us say, a title. So Muhammad, obviously he cannot differentiate between a name of a group and the belief, because
Mm,
Yahud is not a belief. Yahud is
just
not
a
a belief.
tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a group of people who belong to like um,
Certain tribe. Yeah.
a tribe, or let us say an ethnic, or etc. But the
Yeah.
Yahud is not all the Jews are Yahud. You know what I mean? So not all the Jews are Yahud. So what do you mean when you say Yahud? So and the same when they say the Christians, they say the Nasara. There's not
That's
even a
right.
single Christian is a Nasara. So who is a Nasara? Nasara simply
Mm.
are people who are rejected by the Christian at that time, who they became, let us say, extreme in their belief. And this is where Muhammad, he started getting his ideas. Like the Nasara, they
It's
believe
some sort of Arianism, right?
they are what?
In it is this whole Nazarene stuff is their beliefs, but some kind of a
Nasara,
Arianism.
Nasara is a word mean poor, poor. So they call them poor not because they are poor with money, because the Christian called them poor for not understanding the Bible. So they've been called the poor and they are rejected. Hmm?
Really, yeah.
Like when you call
More so.
somebody
Yeah.
the silly, the stupid, you know. So
Yeah.
the Christians are polite.
No,
They
no,
don't call them
but
stupid. They
I
call
mean,
them poor.
I meant actually this these people who the Christians, the real Christian followers of Christ, with Sean the Nazarene. I think their belief, in what I have read about them, was that there was an influence of Arianism,
Well, it's a
Arianism, which is also very.
this is a mix of many belief at that time,
Oh,
and those Nasara is kind of a mix. So they kind of like they have a some from from many cult. You see what happened in the Arabian Peninsula, because it was out of the control of the Roman. Anyone he's outlaw wanted, he run to the Arabian Peninsula. So the Jews too, They were outlawed by the Roman. Why? Because in the year 614, the Jews, they helped the Persian, and you are a Persian, they helped the Persian to occupy Jerusalem. When the Persian occupied Jerusalem, they slaughtered all the Christians inside and they burned the holy church. So
Really?
yeah, and this was in the year
Okay.
614, and actually even the Quran speak about this incident, where the Quran says that the Roman, there's a chapter, it's called the chapter of the Roman. The Roman were defeated, and they are going to be victorious after defeat. So this is why the Jews, through history, they always either go to Arabia or go to Persia. Why? Because both territories is out of the control of the Roman, they become Christians. So if we go to the chapter of Ar-Rum, we will find chapter 30, verse number 1 and 2. You know, the Roman has been defeated in the near year, land, which means the most close land. So the story here is speaking about what happened, and Muhammad, obviously he was under the influence of what's happening around him, and he add anything to his Quran right away. But because of those things, because the Roman became Christians, and the Christians did not allow, let us say, I'm talking about kings now, they did not allow those people to practice their cult between the Christians. So they run and they escape to the Arabian Peninsula, or the Jews, they escape, most of them, to the Persia. Actually, until now, there's Jews in Persia, right? So
Yes.
and actually, in Iran before Islam, the Jews, they are very important in the world of politics in Persia. But then when Islam came, they stayed there
Yes.
because they established their own businesses, etc. And the Persians still they use the Jews for many purposes, to be like a connection, a bridge or connection with Europe. Same as the Christian now. You see, the Christians in the Middle East, all Middle Eastern countries who has a Christians, the Muslim countries, it's very important for them that they have a Christians in the Middle East. It's like we have a hostage here. If you do something to us, we will take revenge of your Christians. When the Catholic Pope, he said Muhammad, he brought nothing but evil, many Muslims countries, they start burning churches, attacking Christians in the Middle East, in Pakistan, in India, etc. So always the Christians in the Middle East are a kind of a hostage, so they can force, let us say, their own agenda. We have something in our hand belong to you. But things is changing. Things is not like before. Like, no, there's no countries now is just behind walls and gates. The world is totally different. So those days are all over. However, Muhammad in his time, he used the Christians, or let's say the Nasara, and he used the Jews for a certain time. But when he did not need them, he decided to kill them, as we see in chapter 9, verse number 29, where he says, go and fight those who believe not in the Prophet and his religion. So this is the reason to kill them until they pay jizya, which means Muhammad, he won their money. He knew that they are rich, they have money. So if they pay me money, I will not kill them. And this is additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet, because what kind of a prophet he compromise? If you are trying to kill those who don't believe in your God, and that is a crime which should not be forgiven, well, how you let them live if they pay money? And what is the need of God for money? But this is the money will go to Muhammad. So Muhammad is a person who always use God for his as a hostage. Like, Allah is the puppet of Muhammad. Anytime Muhammad he wants something to happen, he say, God said to me. The same as he made verses about having sex with women with no limit.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we go back to Khadija, Khadija simply is no one. And if the Shia, they believe that Khadija, she was really important, so why they don't show us?
Mother of Islam, we call her.
No, where is Khadija? Where is Khadija in the heritage of the Shia? We don't see her. We see only Fatima, right?
Yeah, but
So
for her, they will actually kill for Fatima. That's she's just like
see,
holy.
just
She's
because
seen
she
as
is the
Maria.
just because she is the mother of Fatima, they speak about her highly. And but the fact they don't really care for Khadija, they care for Fatima. Now here, we know that the Shia believe that Fatima and Hassan and Hussein and Ali, they are made of light. And the reason for them they believe in that, if you go and read
That's why all these pictures in Iran, sorry to interrupt you, but they have so many pictures on the side of the ways, in every corner, in every kind of shop. There is a picture of some saint of sorts, and their faces are drawn in light.
right, this
Like
is
you
how,
can't actually see their face, but they're all, yeah.
yeah,
So that's exactly how they see them.
this is how they see them. Yes, they cover them with light because they are made of light. And actually,
Yeah,
light is
they're exactly this.
yeah, they are.
But even more beautiful, you have these beautiful Persian eyes and everything, but it's very gorgeous faces that you just want to, look at when you see them. Very
Yeah, they
different
draw them, but
art
for
than
sure those are
they
painted
were
are false.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. Look what they are saying. Muslim or non-Muslims. Imam Ali, AAS, who was devoted Muslim, did not consider the state of one being Muslim or not as condition for defending the oppressed. For Imam Ali, it was important to establish justice and defend the oppressed and be stern toward the oppressor, whoever the oppressor be. All of this is nothing but a big fat lie. Ali, he killed, he raped, he
Oh,
stole.
Khamenei, Ayatollah Khamenei have
Yeah,
said
and
that.
the
Okay.
one who is talking about Ali, how good he is Al Khomeini, who was killing people for leaving Islam, who was slaughtering people for being gay. You see,
Yeah.
The Shia, they have two faces: faces for public and faces for indoor. So for public,
Exactly.
yeah, in public they say things which is far away from their belief, but indoor the story is different. Kill them wherever you find them, slaughter them, etc. And the Shia, they believe clearly that anyone who leave his religion, kill him, the same as the Sunni, no different.
And they
So
do every day.
they do that every day. Every day in Iran, you will see some people, they are hanged either for blasphemy against Ali or Muhammad, or for becoming gay, or if you becoming Christian. So choose one to be killed.
By the
But
way, did you know that you're on their side, on their radar? They have your name and everything.
they have my name.
You're on their radar. I've seen it in their sites. You're on their radar. They know you exist. I think you're from the CIA.
Yeah, for sure. Anyone is against Islam. Yeah, they made a video actually in the Iranian TV about me. This is
Yeah.
many years ago. Yeah, I saw that video. Uh, anyone who
Anyways,
exposes
back
anyone who expose their lies, he is an enemy for Allah.
always. They're
And
either
now,
a spy from
yeah,
from
and let
Israel,
us
or
see,
they're from
let us
CIA.
see the tolerance of the Shia. So if I go right now to Iran and I stand in the corner says Muhammad is a false prophet, what will happen to me?
You will be imprisoned and you will be
Executed.
accused
They will
for
kill me in this.
insulting the
They will
prophet.
kill me in the street. They will not even take me to prison. They will cut me pieces. So they say things, this is what Shia is about. You see, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they practice taqiyya. But Shia, taqiyya for them is a
More.
style of
Yeah.
life. Like you have to do taqiyya in everything, anything, even with your wife. There's tons of videos.
Especially with your wife. They call these people, these akhuns, these people, and they ask them advice for marriage, and these idiots would actually say, just lie to them, say you will buy them gold and don't buy them gold, and this so simplistic, as if that will solve the issue. As if women just want one thing, they want gold, and they're stupid and dumb enough to just want that. And the other thing that is, they say zat zan, that it's in her thing, she's made of it, is jealousy, and she will make everything, like she will break everything with her jealousy, because jealous women go to hell. I mean, like, I hate them. I hate them for all these lies. But go on, sorry.
Well, the Shia, actually, they don't respect women at all.
At
Way
all.
way way more than the